interesting and medicinally important molecules. So these are the various different types of works we are working at IIT Patna. If anybody is interested to collaborate, or if anybody is interested to use our facilities, for your information, just I wanted to share, since I am at IIT Patna from the inception time. So we have developed a facility which is known as sophisticated analytical instrument facility, that is known as SAFE, and it is funded by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. So we have most of the characterization facilities. So if anybody wants to use those facilities, they can simply write to me or to the coordinator, and you can use our facilities and you can explore your research. Okay. So and we always welcome people to visit our places, and if they need any kind of help, definitely they can write to our different faculty members. So finally, please. So these are my students, those who have passed out as a PhD, and they are in different places. One is in the Cardiff University, other is managing and deputy manager in an international company. They are working on agrochemicals. So they are using our method for making your pesticides. Okay, that's how you can use your developed method in your industry. So they are using our multi-component strategy for making your pesticides. And similarly, this is right now the PhD students, those who are working in my group. And finally, so this is our department at IIT Patna. And finally, I would like to thank all of you for giving your time. And in future, definitely, once we get more time, so we can share our much more, chemistry. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Lokmanik Chaudhary ji. Your talk was really very good. And now I invite questions from the audience. If any question is there, you may kindly ask, please.
Yes.
The first reaction you told solvent I have used, and then hydrogen bond.
Yes.
Most of the solvent I have seen taken for hydrogen bond. Why you prefer to this one?
Yes. So as I told you that for doing any reaction, we do not do in a very arbitrary manner, selection. So you need to see the literature that which solvent is an extraordinary solvent. So initially, obviously, we try to do a reaction which is very less expensive, like ethanol or methanol. These are the very less expensive solvent you can buy within 500 rupees, 500 ml you can buy. But HFIP is expensive, no doubt about that. It is 100 gram if you want to buy it is 5,000 rupees. Okay. So, but it has an extraordinary property that has been documented by several research. So it is known as a magical solvent. It basically, because of the having your 6 fluorine atom, CF3, it shows a very good dipole moment. Yes, yes. So the reason as I told you that the reactions, generally if you see the mechanism of the reaction, you will find that these reactions are being catalyzed by acidic condition. You can have two different approach. Either you can use a protic acid, or you can use something like Lewis acid or this type of hydrogen bonding activation. The purpose of using hydrogen bonding activation is that since our intention was very simple, that we wanted to make reaction in such a way that once the reaction is done, I wanted to get back that material again and reuse it, so that should not get consumed in the process, so that it gives you a better green chemistry parameters. So therefore, since if I do the reaction in HFIP, the materials are soluble in the solvent, and once the product forms, it precipitates out, and you can simply separate them out, and you can reuse the HFIP again for the next cycle. So that gives you the more, much more greener aspect. Yes, please.
Next.
Yes, in some of the reactions, like you can see that one of the published papers that is in Journal of Organic Chemistry, we have calculated the green matrix and that we have shown. Yes, please. Yes, we have several not this reaction, because if a reaction works at room temperature, why to go for microwave? Because in green chemistry, your purpose is to reduce the energy consumption. So why you will go for microwave if a reaction can be done at room temperature? So we have developed a method, if you see earlier, that we use microwave, and then we used a reaction using seal tube, and then we have come to a condition, no, you can do at room temperature. So that is how the, you can do a process more greener.
So if no questions are there, yes, please.
I have few queries. So it was very nice piece of work you have presented here. Really, it's very appreciated. Sir, you have used visible solar irradiation, or you have used some photocatalytic chamber, or just you have used a fixed some wavelength for solar irradiation.
Yes.
And second one, what are the benefits of lemon juice if you are comparing with the very common solvent for the
Yes.
water?
Okay, so I will come to your questions one by one. Your first question was about whether we have used a particular wavelength for doing a particular reaction. So we developed a method that we published in European Journal of Organic Chemistry that we have shown because my ongoing project was on light-mediated organic reactions funded by SCRB. So therefore, on that project we are working, and we wanted to do the reaction using your white LED. So initially, because always we think about cost also, because whenever you do research, money is very important thing, am I right? So we tried to do the reaction with the white LED, and the reaction took around 24 hours. So it was a long reaction time. And then I told my student that can you go and see what happens, you go to the terrace and keep my reaction vessel there and see what happens. And interestingly, we found that in sunlight, the reactions were very excellent, and it was within 6 hours, 100% conversion was there. So there was no byproduct formation, only one single product formed under the sunlight irradiation. Because in sunlight you get a very wide range of spectrum, so therefore the reaction was much more better. But obviously all reactions cannot be done in sunlight. Some reactions where you need to use a photocatalyst, we have also developed some method where we used photocatalyst, that means the molecule itself, starting material itself cannot absorb the light. In those cases we use photocatalyst so that a particular wavelength the photocatalyst will absorb from the light, and then it will transfer energy to the molecule, and that is called photocatalytic process. We have also done some work using that studies. And what was your last? Lemon juice, yes. Yes, because that was one of the questions from the reviewer, and reviewer asked that why you are using lemon juice, why not you directly use citric acid and water? Okay, and we did this reaction in the presence of citric acid and water, and we found the lemon juice is better than the citric acid and water composition. The reason behind that is that there are many other molecules which are already soluble in your lemon juice which act as a phase transfer catalyst. That means it helps to solubilize the organic molecule in that solution. So therefore, lemon juice showed better result as compared to your citric acid plus water.
So now we should sum up this session. I request Chandrasekhar ji to kindly felicitate the speaker. Thank you. Manoranjan Kar from IT Patna, his topic was electrical energy harvesting from nature and smart flexible nano generator. He started with talking on how can electron be defined and what mathematical parameters can be taken help of to define electron and what role does electron play in characterizing materials. He made us know the meaning of nanocomposites, and basically he was emphasizing that in place of using hard piezoelectric pressure materials or pressure sensors, he was probably using polymer-based nanocomposites. The second talk was from Ramanand Rai sir from BHU, Varanasi, and his talk was on forecast of phase diagram green synthesis of complexes for the detection of chromium 6+ ions. There were some technical glitches in getting his PPT displayed. We are very sorry for that, but in spite of that, he delivered his entire talk extempore, and it was really a good talk, and his basic emphasis was how can phase diagram help us in optimizing the synthesis of green material chemistry. And the last talk was from Mohammad Lokman Chaudhary ji. His topic was reaction with a conscience, new frontiers in green synthesis. He talked on different green chemistry matrices and the factors which control chemical reactions for green synthesis. His major emphasis was on controlling the steps and chains of reactions, selecting materials and conceptualizing the process parameters for material synthesis. In the direction of green synthesis of chemical composites, and it was great to know that he has synthesized 25 medicinal molecules in his laboratory. And I would like to invite the young teachers or the teachers who have recently joined our university system recently in chemistry and physics and other science disciplines, that you should get connected with those people and collaborate with them, take help of their well-developed laboratories to go forward, go ahead with whatever work you are doing. If your work aligns with the work of these great scientists, and even if it is not, then you can take help of them for advancing your work in those directions. So if it is done and even a few teachers from our universities get connected with them, there will be a great contribution of this seminar in that direction. Thank you very much, and I thank all the speakers of this session, and now I hand over the stage to organizers.
Thank you, Santosh sir, and thank you to all resource person for your informative सेशन थ्रू पीपीटी एंड ओरल। अब हम लोग लंच के लिए चलेंगे। लंच सेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है। लंच सेशन के बाद हॉल नंबर 1 पे फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे पैरेलल ओरल पोस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन और टेक्निकल सेशन स्टार्ट होगा। तो जिनका निर्धारित जगह पर जो वो पोस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन का होगा निर्धारित जगह, वहाँ पे अपना वो पोस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे।
टॉप पहले होगा इनवाइटेड, इसके
पैरेलल चलेगा, पैरेलल वही पैरेलल हॉल 1 में चलेगा वहीं पे। थैंक यू।
लंच सेशन रूम नंबर 1 ग्राउंड फ्लोर में होगा, वहाँ did his tenure a few months ago, and presently he is senior most professor of physics at the University of Lucknow. Professor Pandey is an eminent physicist and an academic leader, currently serving as the head of the department. He was serving, इन लोगों ने गलत लिख दिया है, as head of the department of physics at the University of Lucknow. Professor Pandey completed his BSc honors in physics from St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, followed by his MSc and PhD from IIT Delhi. He joined the University of Lucknow as lecturer in 1990 and has been serving as professor since 2007. Professor Pandey was former nominee of Senate and Board for Postgraduate Studies, IIT Delhi, and former member of Executive Council, University of Lucknow. He was also selected for the flagship program, Leader for Academicians program, LEAP program, जिसको बोलते हैं, by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, New Delhi. He has received training in academic leadership at Cambridge University, Churchill College, and the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He also held a number of administrative roles such as member of University of Lucknow's Executive Council, coordinator of the Lucknow University Students Union, director of the Cultural Activity Board, and spokesperson of the university. Professor Pandey is a NAC assessor also